Okay, he's recording it.
So, first of all, good evening, happy New Year, and glad to see you all. Makes me what we're doing wrong. But hey, glad to see everybody here, especially many from this coming out of the year. The fact that we all survived the year. I think personally, that it was really rude of us to start 2026 right after 2025. But there we are. So welcome everybody, and I see some new faces, not necessarily all new faces. Some have not made it to one of these meetings before, or it's been a while. So thank you for coming out, and I encourage you to join us again, especially if you find this valuable. That said, this is not our normal location, and we have a kind of a hard stop here tonight, so we're going to try and keep to 9 o'clock. I recognize that I am the leading cause of us going late, or at least I will take the responsibility for it, so I will do my best to get there.
They open at 5 a.m.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm dropping my kid off for his first overnight field trip at 3 in the morning. So it's a great morning and a really anxious. Introduce the refreshments committee, but we don't have that tonight because of facilities. But please bring your appetites next time to enjoy all of George's treats. And we're going to be talking about our upcoming events. Just want to remind everybody, please RSVP to join us. A lot of those events are really, really fun. If you're not sure whether you want to join us for it, if it's something that you know enough about, the answer is of course you do, because as an interested amateur astronomer, you definitely know more than the general public, and they would be thrilled to see things through your scope. And if you don't have a scope or don't have a scope that you feel comfortable taking out in public, the rest of us would be thrilled to have you help out on our scopes, so that we can tag you in. We can occasional bathroom breaks. Amazing to have more astronomers than themselves. That said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to the one and only Jeff Goldstein, our club vice president, to go over our schedule highlights for the upcoming month. And frankly, for most of the meeting. Take it away, Jeff.
I hope I can share. Let's see if I can share.
I haven't signed it.
And I know I missed a few people. We have folks coming in for door prize tickets. We'll definitely bring up the.
I got to find the, let me find the thing.
Okay. While Jeff's pulling up the calendar, I'm also going to say, for those of you, and I recognize a lot of faces that did, for those that bought a Royal Astronomical Society of Canada handbook, I have those for distribution. I don't necessarily know whether or not you paid for those, so I'm kind of trusting everybody's integrity. And if not, I'll just stick Rich on you.
I got one.
We'll do that at a convenient time, or possibly out on the curb later after the meeting when they get it out, because distributing, bootleg
Astronomy handbooks is kind of always been a life goal of mine.
Okay, let me make sure I can share this thing. We'll be all set.
I didn't bring that code. That code gets different on the weekends. So that was probably.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Get all the windows closed here. Goodness gracious. That's full screen.
it's worth pointing out that you only need to reserve a campsite if you want to camp in the campground rather than on the field with us. If you want to camp in front of the barns where we have the big observing field, all of our tents with your fellow nerds, you're perfectly welcome to do that. In fact, I encourage it because there's no trees around where we camp and it doesn't block the sky. But if you're comfortable driving your scope back. How are we looking, Jeff?
Ready.
All right. Turn it back over to Jeff.
Thank you. Here we are at Kempsville Rec Center. Also, there's a sky show pending approval. I don't know anything about that, so I'll ask Gabriel what's going on with these two things, stories of the Milky Way and stuff. But they're not scheduled correctly on here.
I deliberately put them on as pending approval.
Oh, I
because
see.
We're in the process of
So
figuring out
we'll
what our
fix it.
business rules
I
are
got you.
for hosting planetarium shows and things that are charged for.
Okay.
So I think I'll approve those when I get home for tomorrow when I wake up. So we'll expect to leave those on there.
All right.
I've got the one for the Virginia Living Museum.
That's this Saturday too.
More to follow regarding the
This Saturday's weather in the evening doesn't sound too good, does it? Jeff Edmondson shaking his head, no way, Jose. All right.
Actually, in fairness, the weather's looking great until the point where we start serving.
Yeah, there you go. Of course.
Yeah, it's still, this is Central Virginia. It's still way too early to decide that it's going to be cloudy because we have canceled in advance, and then lo and behold,
And the skies open up. Yeah, that's right.
Causes consternation for me and his bosses. But,
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're not canceled yet, but it's looking bad. Corn Watch the 16th and Night Watch the 17th. I hope that works out pretty good for the weekend. Martin Luther King Day, we have that on Monday, and I think that's the classes. TCC open for the first time ever. Open the day after Martin Luther King Day. It's never happened before. I've been teaching there for 15 years, and I just retired recently, but I've never seen it open that late. So I don't know what's going on. I just can't believe it. Anyway, that's why we're not meeting at ODU. I mean at TCC. Okay, where are we here? Night Watch, Corn Watch. We got the next thing. The next event that probably will go is Crestwood Elementary School. That's during the evening, starting at 5 o'clock. I didn't put the address. Okay, I'll fix that. Okay. Well, that's obviously my fault since I scheduled it. Okay. It could be that. I will confirm it. I thought it was an elementary school. I will confirm it and I'll straighten that out, I promise. Okay. So let me go back to the other thing here. I can. That's the best way to get back. Okay. That's right. Let's see. And then Corn Watch again. Garden Stars the 27th. Those are back on schedule. George has got all the Garden Stars planned. And Astronomy 101 right here in this building. And we like to come to that because what we do is set up telescopes right after the meeting, and we show the people that just heard about the astronomy, the events live. So it's fun for them. It's fun for us too. So please come out and bring your scope if you can make it for that. That's right behind the ball field back there. Well, yeah. What's right? Very good. Excellent. Okay. And I'm going to hurry this thing up here and just cover this month. I do have one thing to say about the March total eclipse of the moon. We have a total eclipse. That's going to be real late or early in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and it's during the week. So I don't know how many people are going to go, but I'll definitely sign up for that.
Do we have a venue for that yet?
I don't have a venue. I always think we need a Western sky, a real good Western sky, because by the time it goes to fully eclipsed, the moon is setting. It's one of those deals. So I was thinking Mount Trashmore, something like that. Have a nice Western view, you know. I know. I'll give them a call. I'll try it. It's a pain because you have to. They don't let you drive to the mountain like they used to. Now they shuttle us with a little car and stuff. It was a pain, and we finally gave up on them because they wanted to vet us and everything else. So I'll figure out a good place to go for the eclipse. All right, let's see. I'm going to stop there, and we're going to try to abbreviate the meeting a little bit since we got to get out of here by 8:50.
While you have that up, before we completely roll away from it, I want to point out one change this year.
Okay.
Last year, Corn Watch only happened the week of either night watch or time watch. Corn Watch is now every Friday. We have Cornland Park available for our viewing and observing pleasure.
That's good.
So please take advantage of that parking lot. And the event permit for that is hanging on the club website, linked to off of each of those events, which is good. Even though no one has ever asked us for a copy of the permit, like 70 cops always over there. So, you know, just have a copy.
Yeah. And bring your badge too. I got all the new badges for everybody that's joined since December 2025. So if anybody's new that doesn't have their badge, I'll hook you up today. I got it, brought them with me. All right, that's all I got for this. I'm going to go back and unshare.
Rich, are you with us?
He said he had to.
Yeah, I know he's busy.
Okay.
Okay, well, if we get to him, we'll get to him. If not, I'll then open it up for observing. I thought
I got up Tuesday. It was cloudy all day Tuesday, so right after dinner, I went outside and set my telescope up. Just happened to look at Jupiter. I usually look to see what's happening in Jupiter. Well, lo and behold, it was Ganymede was just about to ingress across Jupiter. At the same time, I saw this little dome right at the edge, right on the limb of Jupiter, and it was Io, which was egressing, just coming up. So Io was egressing, and Ganymede was ingressing, and finally I saw the shadow of Ganymede, and right next to it, the red spot. I've never seen that before. And I've been observing a few years, something like that. Never seen that. So the next night, I got up and thought I would get up at 3 in the morning. 24P Schumanns, I think it's supposedly binocular object. Okay, so I have my telescope. You got to climb 8 feet up in the air to look for it. I couldn't see it with that. So somebody must have some mighty big binoculars. I looked for 40 minutes. I used 200 power, 50 power. I used a comet filter, usually kind of useless. I couldn't see it. But on my behalf, the moon was 83% full. It was 38 degrees, and it was 38 degrees from 24 feet. And it was hazy, so it sort of working against me. Anyway, and the next night I went out with Mark Rose. I don't know for a handful of double stars, which are always fun to do. No matter what, unless it's totally cloudy, double stars are fun. You could be at 42nd and 8th Avenue in New York and look at double stars. Anyway, that's my
Very good.
Thank you. And any other observing reports?
I have one.
Yeah.
So over the holiday season, I'm not going to get my car upgraded, but here in general news, sports scientific, 44 million. And to see how it works. And I pointed it at the double cluster first here. And I think not, it was like a crystal mountain. It was the clearest I have ever seen a double cluster. Like it was, I took a photo and my hand was shaking for a second, so it looked like super clear, but it was an insanely sharp image. And this is when like the moon was out, and it was from my suburban backyard, which has considerably worse skies than either Portland or North Pacific. So I'm really excited to see what the scientists can do from a really dark sky.
As always, an exciting experience. So the 41 finally actually just complete, and I hope you the longer Jonathan, you just got a shout out for your exceptional globular cluster observing skills. He managed all 50 observations without a single hike. Fair. Thank you for the non-observing work, Jeff.
Just quick one with Jupiter last night. I got streaming on air, so at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. I was very
Is anyone who's here tonight here because of the shout out that Jeff gave us last night on the news? That's the only reason I came. Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate you mentioning it. Which one?
close to the object. So it's like the star sense. I tried it, but I have a friend who still uses setting circles. Anybody remember those?
Yeah.
Rave setting circles? You said it gets you close to the object. That's all I can say for this guy. It gets close to the object. My setting circle. Slip ring and all that. I like the digital.
George and I saw free eye the interloper. People stuck around for the
I had to leave.
Jeff Morton was there.
Okay.
And you were there, weren't you?
But anyway,
I watched.
The deadline for that award is coming up. So I've got some pictures that I took. I'll be glad to share with you. And I think all you have to do is draw what you see in a picture. And for us, I can just put it out. But so please see me after the meeting. I'll also stick around so we got pretty good sky tonight, so I can demonstrate. But I'm going to show you a couple. Okay.
I'm not actually tracking any meaningful old business. For new business, I know that Bruce is chomping at the bit to get a budget for the East Coast Star Party. We don't have a treasurer's report, but I'm reasonably confident we have a fair amount of money. Bruce, do you want to talk about? So 750. I think we approved 700 and then we needed 750.
Hey, it's taxes, shipping, and handling.
Yeah.
I make a motion to have $800.
Any discussion?
Need a second.
Oh, no, there was a second. All in favor of giving $800 to buy prizes? Aye. Okay. Illinois. That's all I'm tracking as far as new business. Anyone have anything additional?
For those who follow it year after year, are looking at minimum right now. Terribly red, good luck with your eyes seeing it. 7th magnitude. Being red in this really subtle.
Challenge.
It's challenging. It's fun though. That one year to year changes. It's redder than your shirt.
Star, yeah. It is the reddest star I have seen. What's the name? Arlephorus. Heinz Crimson Star.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This time last year, barely yellow. Red.
I'll get a picture.
Yeah, it's 11th. Oh, you know, I can listen.
If we get a clear line.
Of course, I know it.
Bruce, okay, any other new business? And then I'm gonna turn it over to the Seestar Master.
Okay. I got a pretty good thing here. There's a double-edged sword today. We got a presentation on the Seestar, and for everybody that somebody doesn't know, we're giving away a Seestar as one of the grand prize for the raffle. So I got some tickets if anybody wants, a raffle ticket. And this is my Seestar I've had for a couple of years. And if I can find my presentation, let me see if I can find it because I put it away here. Close this thing down. Put this on. All right, and then go back to this and share. Okay. And we'll share. Okay, let me see. I don't know how it comes out on the. Does it come out full screen yet? No, not yet. Where's the full? Okay, the full screen's there. So for the people out in Zoom land, do you see a full screen or do you see multiple screens? What do you guys see? Full screen? Okay, good. All right, so Seestar S50, what can I do? What can I do with it? I forgot to say that. What can I do? What can it do? And how to work it, all right? I've been a user since December 9th, 2023. And I thought, when was the first picture I took? I've got the first picture I took. I can show you pretty soon. I've also got it hooked up via USB, and I'll get that going here in a couple minutes. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The pros and cons. Gosh, I got so many things there. There's more pros than I could think of than cons. However, some of them are parallel, such as super easy to use once you get used to the quirks, slow learning curve in navigating the menus because they come out with an update, and they change the menu or they add something to it and you don't know about it. And so there's a change almost once a month. It's amazing. It's always for the better, but they don't give you much information about the change. There was a recent change a couple of days ago. very portable, easy to set up. This is not a planet killer. So I've got some things to show you about that too. It's not a planet killer at all, like Jeff Edmondson's got a planet killer there, but this is not. Outreach, great tool for capturing dim targets. Good, but a bad. It's good as far as the great targets, but they don't have a real complete database. It's a little bit limited. You look up the asteroids and you can't find it on their database, but you can see the asteroids in their sky view, the sky atlas, but you can't look it up. So you go to the sky atlas and you happen to notice there's a Ceres or Pallas or one of the asteroids, and you click on that and you can get that working. I put a complaint in, not a complaint, but a suggestion to the creators, and they say they're going to update the asteroid thing because it's off about half a degree. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. It's limited to magnitude 8. Pluto's easy. That's the pros, right? It's limited to magnitude 18. Did I say 18? That's a con too. So we wish we could see better because we wish it was instead of a 50 millimeter, maybe 100 millimeter. That'd be great, wouldn't it? So for $550, it's not a bad little telescope. New interface, but now, as of a couple of days ago, they can interface with Safari, Sky Safari 7, and what's the other ones that are free? Some of the free ones, and you can interface from the computer instead of your cell phone, or you can use Sky Safari 7 on this too. So that's new, and it's probably complicated to get it to talk to each other. Okay, right out of the box, it's great, but you may need other accessories like instead of carrying on a great big battery which weighs 10, 15 pounds, I can use this LiPo battery for like that. So, and so I will make the winner of the thing. I will make the winner any of these accessories that you see, including the there's a dew shield you can put on it, and the dew shield actually is not necessary for dew, but it blocks a lot of the light that's coming in from an angle. So it's more like a brow than a dew shield. And so I flocked mine, which I put it in here, forgot to set it up. I flocked mine with felt. So and I 3D print something. My tripod. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other con. The little tripod that comes with it. I didn't even bring it. It's only about this high off the ground. It's useless for me. I don't want somebody to just run right over it and they didn't see it. So I got this a little light that I put on the ground so they can see there's something there. So that's kind of a con. But there's more pros than cons for sure. You can easily send improvements are made often monthly, and send photos easily via text, even while shooting. So as we're out on the boardwalk, I'd like a picture of that. I can send it to him right then, live while I'm shooting some other things too. Outstanding location of targets, J2000 to J now. About a month ago, you couldn't do that. There was no conversion. You had to look it up and you had to convert it yourself, and it was terrible. So one of the updates was put in they call it My Favorites. I'll show you that in the menu. In My Favorites, you can put the J2000 coordinate. It automatically converts it to J now, which is not an easy formula, evidently. And it works great. It tells you exactly, it spots it exactly. I was talking about setting circles. I had setting circles in the old days, and it was accurate to 1 degree. That's the best I could do, was 1 degree. That's terrible, 1 degree. That's 60 minutes. That's a long way off, So it's terrible. So anyway, that's a great thing about the Seestar. Modern atlases use J2000, but the conversion was tough for me earlier. $550, I wish I could make this bigger. $550, including shipping, carrying in case, is a good pro, but how long will the plastic gears last? I don't know. I'm on it for 2 years, and maybe it's going to last another 2 years. I'm thinking, eventually it's going to wear out. It's plastic gears. The case is pretty good. It's pretty rugged, but I don't know how the gears are going to last. Tripod's not practical. I already put that. It's got 3 modes. I'm going to show you all 3 of those modes in a second. Stargazing, solar system, and scenery. Got a couple of scenery pictures you won't believe. Equatorial mode is easier to set up than alt paths. Alt paths is, right out of the box. You don't have anything to make it equatorial. So you're leveling it. You're finding the compass positions and stuff like that. We'll go through that in a few minutes. I don't know how much time we got, but I'll try to give you as much as I can. But it's much easier to set up on equatorial mode than it is to alt paths. 4K photos, now they got 4K. That's a recent change. It used to be 2K. It's self-stacking. They have AI post-processing, processing, not post-processing. And there's another dynamic DSP, whatever that is, dynamic stacking or something that they just added. I tried it on the Comet, and it wipes out the Comets. You don't want to use that. Can text with developers about any glitches, which is a real good thing. You can tell them, hey, I'm having trouble with this. What's wrong? Is it the update? Is it me? And they write back, and they're pretty good about it. Time lapse movies are great for solar and lunar eclipses. And I'm going to try to do a time lapse of the lunar eclipse. I did the solar eclipse time lapse. It wasn't that great. The clouds were going through and something like that. That was bad. Now, my favorite is remote stargazing in comfort. I can put this out in my patio and go inside the house, and I can just be nice in the easy chair. It's 20 degrees outside. I got my dew heater. It's got a built-in dew heater in, and it works great. It probably only lasts about 4. It's advertised 6 hours, but with the dew heater on, it's probably going to last 5. With this battery, I can last maybe 12, 13 hours with this extra battery. So that's an extra thing. I have to buy some extra things to make it even better. Okay, so the pros far outweigh the cons. Absolutely. What's next? What can we do with it? All right, now that's one of my first pictures of the sun with the filter that comes with it. And this is a filter, neutral density filter. What's it? 100,000, neutral density 100,000, something like that. Not good for human looking, but this is great for photography. And the pictures come out much better. There's the moon. Of course, we've all seen the moon. I posted a bunch of those. There's a supernova that I took way back in, I'm trying to think, look at the date, 2024, January 16th, I think it says. And there was a supernova that was just discovered that month. And I took a picture of that. So I don't know, you'll probably be able to see that if you can find NGC 4216. But this has that in catalog. You can look it up direct. That's an easy one, the Orion Nebula. It was only 7 minutes. Heck, you can see it in the sensor in 30 seconds. Have you seen that before through the Seestar? Oh, thank you. Here's a Comet 3i Atlas. I can't quite see the date on it. It says 12/24. That was Christmas Eve. Comet 3i Atlas. I shot it for 24 minutes. Let's see what else here. That's the Rosette Nebula. I did some post-processing on that. That's why the bottom is kind of pinkish. So I brought the color out a little bit more. I did get Venus in the daytime. Right now, it's too close to the sun. You can't get Venus. It'll wipe out your sensor. But that was a year ago or so. I just had the sun and I went, okay, go to Venus. I'm thinking it's not going to find it. And automatically, whoa, it found it. The sun is hard to find. And I have a little accessory. I'll show you that if you have some time. This is Neptune with Triton. You can, if you get real close to you guys. Okay. So not so good for planets, huh? This is from the boardwalk. And you know how far that pier is? It's maybe 3/4 of a mile from the boardwalk where we are. And you can see the guy, you can see what color shirts they're wearing and everything with that.
Hey, Jeff, we're not seeing your slides.
Oh, you're
on the
not?
chat. No, we're just seeing the introductory slide.
Oh, heck. Well, let's see what can we do about that. I guess I can flip back and forth. Thank you for telling me. I didn't know. Let me see if I can go back to the other thing. Let's see. I can stop sharing and I have to stop sharing and start sharing again. Okay. All right. Now I got to find my slide again. But let's see. Here's where we are right now. All right. Now let's try to share it again. Okay. Now I got to find it. Oh gosh. I got to find Okay. Are you seeing it now out in Zoom land? You guys seeing it? That's the pier. This is a view
Yeah,
from
we're
my,
seeing it.
okay,
Yes.
good. This is a view from my backyard looking south, and the skeleton is right back in. Oh, can I, you guys can see the cursor or no? Wait a minute. I didn't turn on the thing. You turn on the thing. Oh gosh. Turn on the thing. Display settings. I can't find my anymore, is it? You see it now? Full screen? I didn't do anything. Anyway, this skeleton is about, oh, not a half a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile away. It's right there. You can barely see it. And this is what that was from my cell phone. My cell phone taking a picture of that skeleton, which is, in the next neighborhood. And that came out right there. That's pretty good, I thought. So for terrestrial, it's great. For sun and the moon, it's great. For planets, it's terrible. And for deep sky objects, it's fantastic. Comets and things like that, wonderful. I've got all but 6 carbon stars, and I'm waiting for the Earth to turn a little bit further around the sun so I can get those. But at East Coast Star Party, I'm sure I'll have the other 6. Okay, let's see what else we got. I can't make the slideshow work now. Gosh. All right, just a minute. I must be on the wrong one. Let's see here. This one. How many slideshows do I have running here? They haven't complained. I'm not real overt about being out there, and it's a fairly dark backyard. There's some trees on the west side. I don't have a west view at all. The south view is pretty good, and up to 30 degrees to the zenith is pretty good in the backyard from the east. Pretty good north, but not very good. So I should have brought some slides to show you that. Let me see. Can I get this thing to work? I can't even get it to work. I can't get it to work. In slideshow. I can't just start it over again. I'm sorry about the technical problem. I think we'd have this problem if we had if we were at the other place. Starting the slideshow over again. I'm going to try to go to that slide first. It's on the right slide here. No, I didn't share it yet. Okay, now I'm at the right place. Okay, I'm at the right place. Now I'll try to stop and share the screen. So the next slide just says, okay, let me show you how to set it up. Let's see if I can do that. Here is here's the share. And here's the slide. Okay. Can you see it out in Zoom land? You see the skeleton? Okay. All right. Well, I apologize that you didn't see the other ones too, but I'll even make this presentation available for you guys too as well. All right. And I'm going to show you how to work the Seestar here. For the guys in Zoom, I'll point the camera to the Seestar. I got my Seestar all loaded up right here. The next slide should say whatever it says. I don't know. Let me stop share. And I will get the Seestar running here. All right. Okay. Got the right screen. Here's my Seestar screen. All right. Now, can we see this? That's a good question. Let's see. Let's see if I can share this screen. Web page not available. That's not good, is it? That's not. Page not available. Ugh. All right. You guys see any? I got to get rid of this slideshow thing, don't I? I'm seeing flamingos on mine. Slideshow? Oh my gosh. Can't get rid of the slideshow. Yeah. Okay, let me try it again. Share screen. Yeah, and I got two monitors at home, and I did screen two. Yeah, I should be able to do that if I can. Escape the slideshow. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can get rid of the slideshow. Where is the slideshow? I got three slideshows. Oh my gosh. All right, trying to get rid of. There's three open windows here. All right, do I have them all? I think I've got rid of them all. All right. All right, good. Now let's see. Of all things to show you guys flamingos, it changes every so many minutes. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's see. Share. Where's my flamingos? Oh my gosh. Okay, you seeing it? Are you seeing it in Zoom land? The Seestar menu here? Thank you. Okay, you guys are seeing it? How about in Zoom? I see it. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm already logged in, and I'm going to open the arm. Hopefully, if it's still connected. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now this doesn't open until that's fully open. See, and all of a sudden it pops like fully open, and it also talks to you too. So what I do to set it up, I open it up first, and then I take the dew shield. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to show you how to almost get it over. And I'm going to show you how to do show you how to do the old-fashioned Alt-As alignment, which was terrible. So I click on the maybe I can click it here so everybody can see what I'm clicking. So I click on the Seestar itself, and I move this thing over someplace that's out of the way. This thing out of the way. Okay. Okay, good. Now I can scroll this thing up. Well, scrolling on mine, but it's not scrolling on yours. Okay, there it goes. Okay, and the first thing I do is turn on the anti-dew. That's this button right here. So turn that on, and it's built in. And then I go to advanced features, and then level compass calibration. I hate doing this because it's been about a year or more since I did a compass calibration, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Level and compass calibration. This is what you have to do in Alt-As. So I always do the compass first because I have to adjust the level after I calibrate. Okay, so I'm going to hit calibrate, and notice it's got a little thing that says rotate the thing to the right. Hit the continue or calibrate, and it's waiting for me to. All right. All right. See, kind of turn that little green thing, little green circle. And you don't have to do this on the tutorial. You don't have to do this at all. Okay, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Got all day here, right? No, don't have all day. Okay, it says, yeah, that's good. Okay. And then it says, you're supposed to level it. And that's a real-time thing too. And it gives you real-time information of how far the left. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Didn't mean to hit that. adjust level. See, talks to you. Please let me.
So then I got, that's what these two things right here. I'm gonna take this. I got this other one. I'm trying to get it until it turns green.
That makes it worse. This makes it better. There we go. So anywhere 0.2, 0.3, something like that. It looks like it's not big. If you're on soft ground, believe it or not, it makes a difference. So when you walk away, it changes.
I'll try to make it change. I can't do this hard.
On my porch, I can walk away and it's 1.4, 0.3, 0.6. All right. See, it's still varying, isn't it? And you say, okay, finish adjusting on that. And then you can make it, after that, you can make it look for something, which is kind of a drag because it takes a while to define the objects. So the equatorial is much easier. So I'm going to skip that and I'm going to go to the atlas. This is the atlas right here. This is real slow for some reason. And I'm going to look for some star up there like, I don't know, Shadar, one of the easy stars we can look for. Oh, no, I don't think it's going to find it, do you? So like Bellatrix, okay, that's 50 degrees. Notice it tells you how far up it is. And if you click on it, it tells you right now it's before the meridian. You know, it's still rising. And if you move this thing, this is all, any of these objects will tell you, you know, where it is. And it's on the meridian at what time? 2200, 2230. And later it goes down, it tells you exactly where that's a really good feature too. And I'll hit locate target position. And then it'll say finding object as soon as I hit go to. Okay. And Bruce doesn't like when it talks to you. He turned it off. So everybody's got their own thing. I like it on because I like to know when it's actually working, you know. Yeah. So it's going to find Bellatrix and Orion and all that. It's not going to find it here, but it'll find it outside. And after that, I'll show you some of the images that I have. Okay, so I'll stop it because it's not going to find it. And let's see. To get out of this, hit this little caret thing and hit the Seestar button at the bottom. It's about 10 miles behind me here. And then I can go to stargazing. And I've accidentally turned on this digital clock, which I didn't want. I can turn that off later. But there's so much light here. That's what the sensor's seeing right now. Now down here, this is the objects that you can look for. And it should give me a list of things, the last things I've seen. Boy, it sure is slow today. And search object. Now we looked for Bellatrix before. I was looking for Mercury. I didn't see that either. So let me move this up. And this is all the stuff that I found in recent days, not too recent, but there's that one. I did find 24P, and 24P is not available right now. But I should have it in my list. So, oh, was it that late? Yeah, did not see. Yeah, I don't know if I have it or not. I'll look and see if I have. Okay, so let me go back to my menu here. Trying to get this back here. And these are some of the things that I have shot. I can show you some pictures this way. I'm looking for some Converse, Rigel, Bellatrix, Betelgeuse, Saturn. But see, it's not a planet killer. That's Saturn. See, you can barely see the rings. I'll blow it up a little bit. It's all fuzzy. It's not proud of that. It's Saturn. There's the moon. There's R2 Swan. It's supposed to be Swan. I don't even know where it is. Can't see it. Okay. Jupiter. Yeah, you can see Jupiter pretty good, but that's not in the star. It's not in the planet mode. That's in the stargazing mode. So it gives you this washed out Jupiter with the planets. But if you go to the solar system mode, show you how to get there. Solar system, it's on the main screen. See, it's got three things: stargazing, solar system, scenery. So solar system, you got to go to solar system, and then you can look for the sun, the moon, the planets, and it changes the light gathering. How are we doing on time? Okay. Okay. But it knows where, all the solar system things are, and it's pretty good on Pluto and Saturn and Neptune. Not too good on the comets. I complained about it, and they said they're going to take care of it on the next update. No, I was using the stargazing mode. Yeah, and it's very it's subtle. You don't realize it. It says here. Let me show you. You're in the stargazing mode, right? Yeah, it uses different light filters and stuff or something because it's so bright. Jupiter is so bright relative to these others. I've got a couple of that you can see the band's pretty good, but that's about it. You can't see the red spot or anything like that. But if I select moon, it'll give me a washed out moon from this, and it doesn't show you that you're in the stargazing mode. It shows you that there's the moon, there's the sun, whatever you want to look at. Scenery mode. Is that right? Now we can do scenery mode in here, and I can focus on anybody in here. Get your, but I don't want to do that. But I'll show you how easy it is to do it. Did I stop it? I didn't mean to stop it. Okay. I gotta go back here. I can go back real fast and get it. Come on. There it is. Okay. All right. Are you guys still seeing it out there? Okay. All right. So if I go to I can do this on this. The new feature they have is constellations. If you look at these constellations, let's pick a constellation, Cassiopeia. And this way, it's hard to see it, but if you hit more, it shows you an alphabetical list. So Cassiopeia is right there. It is Cassiopeia, and all the good targets in Cassiopeia. If I get the right one, all the good targets in Cassiopeia. That's a good feature. That was just like a few weeks ago they added that. That's version 3.0.0. Pac-Man Nebula, Bubble Nebula, all that stuff. So, it's got a mosaic mode. Yeah, it's got a mosaic mode, and I'll give you a. I'll try to get the Pac-Man. That's not a good example. I'll try to get Andromeda or something. Let me get Andromeda. 31. You can say 31. You can say Andromeda. So I'll just say 31. Okay. Andromeda Nebula. Now it's going to show you what it looks like in the atlas. Now see how much bigger the Andromeda Nebula is than what it's going to find. So what you do is you hit this framing button, and then you can make it larger down at the bottom. You can make it larger. See? And you can turn it. See, I can turn it this way so I can get the whole thing. And then when you hit start, you have to wait about, I don't know, hour and a half for it to fill in all the blanks. Otherwise, it's going to be partial pictures, a partial picture kind of in the middle, and it doesn't show you the edges very good. That's at the very bottom right here. Yeah, the magnifying glass. Yeah, if you hit the magnifying glass, that's how big it is, or that's 2x. Isn't that a good feature? How big can you make it? Well, it's 2 times, so the actual field. Golly, this thing is so far behind. 2x means instead of 0.7 and 1.3, it's double that. 1.4 and 2.6. That's degrees. That's degrees. Well, it even tells you right there, 1.4, 2.6. Okay. It even tells you right there. So that's it's got some great features. When I first got it, it didn't have any of this stuff. So I've had to learn it as you do it, you know. I couldn't wait for the equatorial to come in. Let me just, I don't want to actually set it up because it's not going to find anything, but I'll show you how to do equatorial real fast. It's worth looking at. The Western Veil. Yeah, that's another big one too. So if I want to go to equatorial, notice it says mount mode, alt as, you hit mount mode, and you can switch. Well, where's the switch? Wait. Mount mode, alt as, and we can switch it. Oh, got it first. Okay, now it says alt as, and we can switch it. We want to go to equatorial. So it's closing the arm. Oh yeah, it'll flip you. It's come off before. I don't know why it has to close it and open it. But you see, it's got a real time. Okay. So we switched it to equatorial. And then we say, get align or deviation. Continue to adjust. All right. And I also, you have to get this thing in the right spot. So assuming that this is pointing north, let's say north is only the real north. It's probably in that area, right? So I'll move this and notice these numbers, I can barely see it. Is it 37 or so? 40? All right, 37. I tighten this up. All right. I know. With the one they give you, you can't do it. Right. So you have to have some kind of doohickey like this. Now I can say get polar line. Watch what it does. It's gonna. Well, it's not gonna find anything. But I can say, do I have a good overhead view? Do I have a good view to the south? Do I have a good view to the north? Well, I have a pretty good view to the south. So I'll hit number 4. And then I'll get the deviation. So now it's going to look for, kind of go all the way around and look for stars in this area. Right.